All right, spring cleaning season. Having a little bit of trouble with the power washer. And I wanted to share what my experience was with this thing. This was bought in 2010, so it's a little bit older. I replaced the pump on it once. Having some problems with it last fall. The issue I had going on was the handle. The trigger. I would start the engine up, and I would have a little bit of pressure for a second, and then the wand would stop spraying. I'd pull the trigger, nothing would happen. I could take this fitting off right here, release the press like it had pressure in it. Release the pressure, and then I could pull the handle again, get water going through the gun, and then as soon as it would start and I'd pull that trigger, it would kick off. So everybody was saying unloader valve. I saw a discussion board online that people had this similar problem. Everybody's saying a lot of different things. You know, that wasn't my issue. I finally tracked it down. I took this apart. It's very simple. The end of the hose comes up, and it's just this valve here. This trigger pushes that little pin down and allows the water to go out to the nozzle. Well, it didn't feel quite as solid as what it used to. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I thought maybe this was getting stuck. There's nothing to it, and it wasn't stuck. So through taking it apart 2 or 3 times, I found out that this trigger handle here is broken. If I can get it to focus. No. Right here. Completely plastic is broken right there. See that? It just opens right up. So this whole part is cracked all the way down into here. Was just flexing, opening up, just flex. So super frustrating, but I figured that out. What was deceiving about it was that with no pressure on it, I would get water out, and I could make it start and stop. It was just strong enough to push this valve with no real high pressure behind it. So I didn't think that, I thought the trigger was working, but as soon as that pressure got to it, it would flex that enough that it would lock this valve and it wouldn't release the valve. So yeah, super frustrating. But now these are not available, and the other thing you can do is buy a whole new gun, and you know, $50, $60, $79, whatever you find them for. And you can't get these handles, so I'm sure that a 3D printer, somebody with a 3D printer could 3D scan this and print this. I don't have that, so I'm trying to figure a way to fix this. I think I've got an idea. All right, I'm over here at the drill press. I've got my Malco pliers set up on here to hold that, keep it from flexing, and I'm going to drill that straight out. Hopefully put a roll pin in there to keep that from flexing, and hopefully it'll be good for a little while. See, it's worth a shot. Yeah, if you haven't seen the story on the Malco, they don't sponsor me or anything, but I've got a few sets of these pliers, different sizes, and I got some of their welding clamps. It's a great story. You should look it up. All right, I think I got it set up here now where I can drill it without holding it. So that's how it goes here. Oh yeah, it's gonna work out quite well, I believe. All right, it's all the way through there. Yep. All right, let's see how it looks. All right, well, I couldn't find any roll pins, but I did find this old galvanized roofing nail in a bucket in the garage, and I cleaned it up a little bit with a file. It had some high spots on the galvanized part, but I think that will slip right in there really nicely. Yeah, it's going to start. It's starting in there. I'm going to go ahead and press that in, and that'll be. I'll just cut it off, and I think that'll work real well. All right, got it set up in the vise here. Going to press it in. Should be able to see it going in there, I believe. Focus where I want it to. There we go. Yeah. Pushed it right in there. Go ahead and cut off the excess here. Nice. All Alright, so you can see that that peg just sits right down in that pocket right there, mirrored on this side, and it traps it in there once you get it all bolted together. And hopefully now snap it together here. We'll get the screws in it and get it back together and try it out. Alright, gotta give this thing a try. I've got it gassed up. Seems to work. I got water. Switch on. Try it out. Works. Alright. Get the oil changed in this thing. It'll be ready to go for this season, looks like.